N. Srinivasan refusing to comment to the media after his severe criticism, stinging criticism from the Supreme Court today. The media tried to get a reaction. Srisha, our reporter, was telling us just a few seconds back that he left his office at India Cements and went towards his home, but refused to talk to the media. Very little he can say at this point of time, really, and therefore not surprising that N. Srinivasan is not talking to the media because he has very little to say. Maybe he'll speak to everyone in the BCCI first, see what the situation is like before taking any actions and making any statements to the media.
Well, Shivani, there were the quick questions that we tried to ask N. Srinivasan, that will he step down after now Supreme Court has directed. Supreme Court has in fact told him to step down and then or they will take the other matters into cognizance in the next 48 hours. So even they have, Srinivasan's camp did tell us that they are trying to look into this very closely and see what the next course of action is. But again, Srinivasan didn't speak a word, and as expected, and as we also reported earlier, that he, and from the time the Mughal Committee report had come, he did not speak to the media at all. So he has very selective thing towards the media, that he had spoken very hardly few times after the IPL spot fixing scam broke out. So this is one of it, and now, as expected, it's not surprising at all that Srinivasan is avoiding the media. He has dove towards his boat club residence, and of course we are also trying to track what his lawyers are also telling us, in fact, to get more details on that. And of course this remains very closely, we are also of course tracking him very closely, but no word from Srinivasan as of yet.
Right, Srisha Reddy giving us the details. N. Srinivasan refusing to speak to the media, moving from his office to his home. We don't know yet what his plans are, whether, first of all, whether he's going to take note of these observations and actually do the right thing, the honorable thing, and quit from his post, or whether there are going to be more negotiations within the BCCI that will take place before that happens. Shishir Hatangri also with us. Shishir, very little option before N. Srinivasan right now at least, but to duck the questions of the media. He's been brazening it out. Maybe we could see a little bit of that coming in the next 48 hours as well, but the writing is very clearly on the wall for N. Srinivasan.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there's very little for him to say at this stage. He will have to consult his lawyers and the BCCI lawyers, and find out really the way forward for him, and of course internally meet the other members of the BCCI and find out what other options. But personally, I mean, looking at what has happened in the last few hours, there are very few options at this stage, and that's something that you have to be realistic about. You can't challenge the Supreme Court for one, and two, you have to respect this is a great game. It's a great leveler, and at this stage, you have to accept that there is the court of law bigger than the game of cricket in India, and that is the Supreme Court. So, in the interest of the game, I think everybody in the BCCI, the wiser councils, will advise the gentlemen involved that we have to respect what the Supreme Court has observed and suggested. Otherwise, this could be another round of some serious revelations in the next few days.
Yes, and the BCCI can ill afford any more attacks really in terms of the revelations that are being made. It will be a prudent decision on their part, first of all, not just to ensure that N. Srinivasan quits, but as Shishir and I were discussing earlier, also for them perhaps to take a proactive action and hold the IPL season 7. How can it go on? What happens if CSK and RR are banned from this season? Why go ahead and create a mess? What are your thoughts on this? Is it realistic to expect that the BCCI will hold season 7?
It is realistic to expect that the question will be raised. I've said this to you. I am reiterating to you once again that it's a fact that it will be extremely difficult if two teams go out to hold IPL season 7. But there are monetary implications, there are serious commercial implications, and here we are talking about hundreds and thousands of crores. There are all these implications. Look, I must put it on record for our viewers that if I remember right, on the 11th of February, one day before, 10th of February rather, the day the Mughal Committee report was submitted, Justice Patnaik, the senior judge officiating in the Supreme Court, asked the BCCI lawyer, Aryamma Sundaram, that, should the auction be stopped. The BCCI lawyer was very categoric that no, let the auction go on. If you find evidence, we will see to it at that point in time. Now the question is, now what happens to Chennai and Rajasthan? Now if these two teams go, what about IPL? You've asked a very valid question. From your and my standpoint, the answer is IPL cannot go on. But from the standpoint of the BCCI, commercial considerations, loads of other considerations will have to come in. So pragmatically, I think another auction will happen. They'll do something so as to ensure that the season goes on.
But within the BCCI, am I wrong if I suggest that there is this sentiment that insiders in the BCCI have also suggested that, hold on, let's just take a step back, hold the IPL. In fact, the auctions also should never have taken place. That is a sentiment we're getting from our viewers as well. And maybe let's sort out the mess. 1 year without IPL is not going to be too big a price to pay. Is there a sentiment within the BCCI?
There is a sentiment within the BCCI, but all of these sentiments are expressed unofficially. Having spoken to several BCCI members, former presidents, you cannot say these things on air and take names, but having spoken to a lot of people, you can confirm that yes, there is a sentiment. People say this, but none of these people have so far come on air or come out in the open. Now, what happens after the Supreme Court saying this? What happens after day after tomorrow? These are very, very critical questions, because the BCCI is clearly, you asked this question of Shishir Hattangadi and he answered it beautifully, that the BCCI clearly will be seeing the writing on the wall. After this, there's no place to hide for cover. You know, in cricketing parlance, the wicket has fallen. And
let's say Boria, CSK and RR are suspended. They cannot participate in IPL 7. Under those circumstances, still commercial considerations will come before the fact that the IPL format in itself will come down like a pack of cards?
I can't tell you how right you are. I can't repeat how right you are. The fact is, even if two teams are gone, think of the sponsors. Will they want to be associated with a tainted brand and a brand that has been sullied beyond repair?
But that wouldn't change either ways, isn't it? They
Correct.
could pull out.
So the fact of the matter is, have we heard anything from the sponsors yet? People are waiting in the wings. After Lalit Modi's sensational claims yesterday, what has happened today? What happens to a sponsor which has put in $396 million? These are big stakes, Shivani. What happens to all these teams? Each of these teams are currently valued at over 1,000 crores. So, you know, this is humongous money that we can't even conjecture. So it is perhaps we are taking a bit step too far saying what happens to the IPL. We've got to wait and see, but very realistic chance, from having heard what happened in the Supreme Court and having spoken exclusively to Nalini Chidambaram, that something will happen to Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals.